Hey guys, SFP here, and welcome to another episode of my FIFA 15 DC United Career Mode, episode 13, and the first episode of this season's playoffs. So I'm going to see who my first opponent is, and it's the New York Red Bulls. And here I'm going to check here my mail for a second here, and like I said, I know this typically doesn't work, but hey, what the heck, I might as well take advantage of it and see if it boosts ever so slightly, and maybe it'll tip the game towards my end of the I guess advantage or something. Anyways, here's the monthly squad report status that I promised you guys. As I said, this will be monthly, and I can see here that my older players obviously are losing certain stat points, and obviously my younger players are going up in stat points. Christoph again, man. Christoph is such a great player, and it disappoints me to see him with all those negative attributes there. And I think Alessi's not exactly happy here, but everyone else is, and so I'll take solace in that. Oh, Davy Arno again. Anyways, here's some people leaving on international duty, and I believe Connor Doyle wants a shot. So we'll see if I give him this opportunity. Anyways, New York Rebels will be my first opponent. And judging by the table at the beginning, I'm actually second place. I don't know if you guys managed to see that. But if not, I shall just show you guys where I ended up on the table at the end of the playoff run. So anyways, here we go. MLS playoff 2015. Now, these two teams actually managed to play against each other in the playoffs last season in real life. And while both teams won in their respective stadiums, New York ended up going on to the next round due to aggregate goals. Not aggregate goals, actually. Away goals, I guess. And hopefully that'll change because I don't believe I've actually lost to the Red Bulls this season. I'm 3 for 3 so far. I haven't even tied them, and I'm not even sure they've actually scored on me. I'd have to double check that. Or if any of you guys remember, let me know in the comment section. Because I believe I actually have a perfect record of 3-0-0 and no goals against from them. And it's weird. No Bradley Wright Phillips. And you're going with Vilches, who I don't know who Vilches is actually. I'm not sure if it's maybe one of the free agents that was there that they managed to pick up, or maybe it's a player that they bought with their budget. And here we go. And I did put Connor Doyle in there, and I put Galesi as well, so that explains the emails. Anyways, and we're off here. And Duval's gonna pass it to Sam. Sam is trying to find an open spot here, and he managed to duke the center player. And there you go, Felipe. Oh, and it hits the post. Now here we go on the other end here. Hopefully I can make some magic. Kemp to De Leon. De Leon shoots, and a nice easy save there by Robles. It wasn't gonna trouble him. And here we go with my next counter attack here with Doyle. Will Doyle do shoots? And then Espindola shoots, and it hits the post. Oh my god. And Espindola here, open spot. Hey, and that's a card there, ref. Will he be giving a yellow? And he says, come over here. And yes, it's a yellow card for Duval, I believe. Yeah, Chris Duval. And here we go with the free kick. And obviously you guys know I'm horrible at free kicks, so I'm not going to be shooting directly. I did manage to shoot there with, I believe it was Doyle. And unfortunately, it wasn't on frame. No, and it was De Leon. I'm pretty sure that's De Leon's face. Anyways, and then Robles puts the ball back in the game. And that's the end of the first half. 0-0 so far. I'm not really, I guess, frightened. Like I said, my record against the Red Bulls has been a great one. But you can never be too careful. Otherwise, I'm going to make the changes I usually make. I'm going to take out Halstein and put in Perry Kitchen. I'll also be taking Spinella out because I need him for the next game just in case. and I'm gonna put in Arieta, and I'm gonna put Chris Rolfe in for Chris Pontius. Now here's the catchy thing about playoffs, because you kind of have to think ahead 2 games, and I'll explain later. Anyways, with Arieta here, shoots, and it's a goal. I'm opening up the scoreboard here with Arieta, who just came in fresh off the bench. What a nice goal. What a nice setup by Connor Doyle. And anyways, like I was saying, with playoffs, you kind of have to be a little bit tactical because you don't want your players to wear out before they get to the finals. But at the same time, if you don't use the best players you have, you might not even get to the final. And it's actually more relevant in the game than it is in real life, because in real life, there's actually a bigger gap between games, so players can get enough time to rest. However, typically, for those of you that play MLS on FIFA, you guys are well aware that sometimes there's only like a 2-day break, and that's not enough time for the game player, so to speak, to recover. And so you kind of have to tactically make substitutions to make sure you have at least a decently well rested team for the next game. Here we wait as Robles puts the ball back in the game, and here we go with Arieta again. Can he make a second? Can he notch it? He squeezes in between 2 defenders. He shoots, and a nice save by Robles. And my player was going to get the rebound, but unfortunately, the New York Red Bull player managed to get it before he did. The substitution here, Mike Grella had a nice goal last week against the Columbus Crew. And as I said many times before, my free kick sucks, so obviously I went directly to Robles. No troubling the goalkeeper there. And here we go with Stoltz, the rookie. Stoltz manages to get the ball back to Vol, centers the ball. And what a close call there for Mike Grella. There was nothing Hamid would have done anyways. And here we go, putting the game back, the ball back in the game, and this is the last 5 minutes of extra time. And Kayese, oh my god, I just said Bill Hamid, didn't I? I apologize, Kayese. And the game ends 1-0. So I'm getting that crucial away goal there. And all I need is to tie. All I need is a tie, is a draw, and I'll be on to the next round. Connor Dole's happy because he wanted to go in the game, and I gave him the opportunity, and he managed to get the assist, so it's all good here. And look, shooting boots missing for Spindola. Seems like Fabi's a bit frustrated with the fact that he hasn't scored, and looking back, I don't think he's scored in a long time, so I can understand the frustration, especially from a striker whose main job is to score. It gets frustrating for them, and that frustration tends to lead to more frustration and affect their ability to play. Anyways, here you go for the second game of the MLS playoffs, which is the conference semifinals, which tends to be the quarterfinal. It would, I guess, be gauged as a quarterfinal, even though it says conference semifinal. It's an MLS thing, guys. I apologize for any of you newbies there who don't know much about MLS, but for you guys watching who are very familiar with MLS, you guys understand how this is broken down, I guess. Anyways, for those of you who missed it, I'm actually using a B team, and look at that. LA Galaxy is winning so far. Real Salt Lake's winning, and Toronto FC is winning over the Philadelphia Union. Now, judging by that, it seems that my next opponent, should I go on to the next round, would be Toronto FC, unless the Philadelphia Union managed to pull an upset. Anyways, like I was saying, I'm putting my B team here, which is very risky because I'm only up by 1 goal. So if this doesn't work, if they manage to score at the beginning, or I guess not the beginning, but before I do, that's going to complicate things a little bit. But I'm fairly confident that this team should be more than enough to at least uh, tie this starting 11 from the New York Red Bulls, whether it be a 0-0 draw or me going up on the scoreboard first and having them tie me at the last second, or coming being down a goal. I'm confident that this team will manage to get a result that'll get me to the next round. Anyways, I apologize for that, guys. I think I was speaking to someone, and so I paused it, not realizing that I was recording. And a nice ball there, and Bover manages to open the scoreboard first, and it's 1-0 New York, with the global, or the aggregate, if for those of you guys who prefer aggregate over global, being 1-1. And so far, if this result stays, we'd be going to penalty kicks. Or I guess extra time, then penalty kicks. Nice simple ball there. And I guess they caught my defense sleeping. You know how what they say, the first 15 minutes of the game and the last 5 minutes of the game are very crucial. Things tend to happen. Defenses tend to break down, whether it's because they just got on the field. And what a nice pass there to Jairo Arrieta. Jairo is alone. He shoots, and that's the equalizer there. What a nice service there, and a nice finish by Jairo Arrieta, who manages to score his second goal is in the second game here in the playoffs. And it was a mistake by the New York defender, but I'll take it. And as I was saying, the first 15 minutes of the game and the last 5 minutes of the game are crucial. Or not the game, the halves, I guess. Because technically teams tend to need a little bit more time to kind of get in the rhythm of things. And then, obviously in the last 5 minutes of the half, the players are exhausted and their brain is basically waiting for the ref to blow the whistle for the half, just as they probably did here. And this game so far is 1-1, and I have to keep the score the way it is, because if New York does manage to get one more goal and it ends up as a 2-1 loss, they will be going to the next round based on away goals. So I can't let that happen. Obviously, I made a few changes here. I put in Estrada for Cole, or Cole for Estrada. I don't remember how the thing worked there. And ooh, just wide there by the New York player. Probably for Cole. And I steal the ball there. Arrieta passes it to Connor Doyle. Connor Doyle cuts back, shoots, and it slowly goes wide of the goal. Robles puts the ball back in the game. And then it seems that Hamid puts the ball back in the game as well. And here we go with Connor Doyle. Connor Doyle passes it to Arrieta. Arrieta. What can Arrieta do? Nothing. And a nice save. Oh, but I managed to get the ball back. Passes it to Rolf. Rolf alone shoots. Goal. And that should clinch it. 2-1. Robles is very disappointed. Just when I lost the ball, managed to get it back, and Chris Raw with a nice goal there. I'm surprised Robles didn't dive for it. Then again, it might have been too close for him to react. And what a sigh of relief here, guys, because honestly, that was a little too close for comfort there. And it's 2-1 so far. I think I want to call it just because I don't think the Red Bulls will manage to score 2 goals against me. I don't think I've let more than 2 goals go in this whole season, so. Anyways, in New York, here goes with the last attempt of the game, and they stupidly let the ball go out, but that doesn't matter because the game's over. 2-1, and so far I have a perfect record against the New York Red Bulls. So, anyways, guys, tune in for the next episode. Thanks for watching. And let's see here. My next opponent, I believe, is Toronto FC. and that should be interesting because they actually won the Supporter Shield this season. Anyways, guys, I know I said goodbye already, but tune in for the next episode. Until next time, see you all later.